Howdy everyone, I'm back, and I'm really excited. Okay, so a couple things. Um, you might have noticed that it looks better. Just the general picture looks so much better. And that's just a result of me messing around on OBS, trying to really get it as good as I can, and I'm not sure if I have it perfectly, at least not how I want it to be. But at least now it isn't so blurry. So, apologies for every single video before this. This should be coming out on Saturday, I think. Um, just to lift the veil a little bit, I'm recording this on Thursday. Um, so I have Friday's video to upload. I think that's still scheduled actually, and that one's gonna be uh I'm talking into the future, so of course you know that one is of the lesser quality, but starting today, Saturday, right now, it is going to be a lot nicer to look at. Promise. And since this is the final product for this recording session, it's going to be a shorter recording session too, just because my day was so full of stuff. And I'm really happy. A lot of good stuff happened in my personal life, but fuck that right now. We're going to do some Silent Hill 2. And what a perfect way to undercut such a good day I've been having by returning to the horrible thing that just happened here in the game. Rest in peace, Maria. But we have to keep soldiering on. I used the hospital lobby key. Maria's dead. I couldn't protect her. And Laura has run off somewhere. Once again, I couldn't do anything to help. Mary, what should I do? Are you really waiting somewhere for me? Or is this your way of taking? Yeah, I'm gonna find Mary. It's the only thing I have left to hope for. It's the only thing you've got left, James. Alright. Now we're back out into the town. And we're kind of going through it, man. Things have really gone to shit. You've all noticed it's nighttime now. Monsters are everywhere. Now we've just been let loose. Nurses are out now, too. Not just in the hospital. And I'm gonna take some time to just go everywhere. Just because there are some things that have changed in town. Such as these wonderful drops. Got a first aid kit. Got a health drink. And this is blocked off. Got more stuff, too. Got an ampoule. And I got some ammo. Yeah, guys, this is a perfect time to tell you all that the picture starting from part either 7 or 8 is going to be a lot nicer to look at. I can't do anything about the audio, as I've said on Twitter if you follow me there. But I'm just really glad I was able to do that for you guys. I really am. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I feel strange just kind of leaving the older videos of a poorer quality rifle shells. We haven't gotten any before, but a little sneak preview of the weapon we're gonna encounter later on. I feel bad a little bit to a certain degree, just leaving those of the quality that they are, but I guess I just better be just as thorough as I was on the next playthrough as I am in this one. Because I do plan on going through every single ending and every other time, save for the immediate next one. is going to be a lot faster. Like, I will be basically speedrunning this game and showing you all I can. I'm really just gonna wring this for content because I just love this game and I can't get enough of all of this. It's just so good. Yeah, I mean, because right now I'm just grabbing stuff. I'm in hell. You know, it's so fucking dark, save for what my flashlight illuminates, and there's dangerous monsters everywhere, but wow. And what a flashlight too. I mean, just look at this. Complete darkness. Wow, okay. But yeah, and if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, yeah, I'm actively working on making things better on this end. Like, the only reason I let the previous parts go as they were, oh dang, nice, is because I just wanted to get something out. I'm, like, as inexperienced as you can be when it comes to this, and I find it really fun to just hop in, and I really hope you guys find it just as entertaining to see someone learn and grow and just talk about their experiences about this. So to those of you following along, thank you. I really hope you're having fun. This was sealed last time we were out and about in the town. No, I'm not gonna mess with that. This kind of reminds me of some of the areas in Silent Hill 1 where you were out in the town and there was just grids, chain grids along the sidewalk. It's just something so uncanny. It shouldn't be like this when you're like out and about. Now it's unlocked. Yep. And there's the RV or the trailer. RVs are different. I'm gonna check this out just in case there's something new to look at. Memo lying on the sofa. I'll wait at Bar Neely's. Neely's Bar. I might as well just grab this. I got a hyper spray. The hyper spray is a new game plus weapon. I don't particularly think it's that good. It's a spray bottle. It's a spray bottle that has varying effects depending on your clear score. What else is here? Got some shells. They are really loading me up. Okay, where am I? Uh-huh. Gotta go get the letter and the wrench. Oh, God. I'm gonna ask a question I asked 1 or 2 parts ago. Do you guys think this is all like diegetic sounds that are happening in the environment? Or you think it's just the OST? Because Happy Burger. I told you guys there was going to be a place called Happy Burger, but I don't think I ever paid attention to it before, but here we go. In the Happy Burger parking lot, and there's a horrible monster out just outside. And other horrible monsters coming to chase me. But not if we can just grab what I need to grab. Then I can fuck off. But yeah, you guys, my energy levels are high today, and I am very, very happy due to things in my personal life. I got a job interview, and I think I nailed it, so I really hope I get this new job. So this is Neely's bar. Our old friend, there was a hole here. It's gone now, but there's something else. If you really want to see Mary, you should just die. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary, James. And nothing. Just this new message written in what I can only assume is blood. Very ominous and very pointed. I don't know how pointed things were before, if I'm being completely honest. I think things are starting to get a bit more antagonistic towards our James. At least more than they already were. The letter and the wrench. There we go. We're on the right track, guys. Yep, here it is. Let's take a look at the letter first. Or perhaps you were a fool. The truth usually betrays people. A part of that abyss is in the old society. The key to the society is in the park, at the foot of the praying woman, inside of the ground, inside of a box. To open it, I need a wrench. My patient buried it there. I knew, but did nothing. It made me uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for the truth. I was looking for tranquility. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the museum was sealed as well. Now no one dares to approach that place. If you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul. No signature, but this person knows you. Oh, this person knows you. And I guess we have to go back. I guess we have to go back to the Rosewater Park. I wonder if it'll let us pass by the apartments again. You know, I find it really funny sometimes that the it's kind of a movie review thing. At least I've seen it more often be used as a movie review sort of trope to point out like super pretentious reviewers and stuff like that. I wonder if we can go back in. I can't go in. I can't go back to this old area. And that's not an item. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at something. Okay. Uh-huh. almost there. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, that sort of trope. Usually I see it in film, but whenever people talk about, like, a place is just as much as a character than the actual characters, you know, like, people would say that about, say, Gotham City in a Batman movie, or, you know, New York, or something. Typically that kind of just means nothing to me. That's just kind of, you know, something people say, and you know what they mean by that, but, like, on the surface it's just like, dude, what are you talking about? But I can't think of a better example than this game. Because it feels like the town actively has an agenda against you, and it makes you feel just so powerless. Okay, I have to go over here. Because the map does kind of tell you exactly where to go, but this place is built like a maze. Goodness gracious, there's the praying woman. There's where we need to be. Wrench. Oh. Well, now that we're here, let's take inventory, right? I don't think we've done that in a while. Here's the photo of Mary. There she is. There's the letter. Yeah. There's Angela's knife. There's a dry cell battery. It could fit in your flashlight. That's a good thing to note, but yeah, wow, I'm good. I am good. Our weapons and equipment. Could there be something under here? You're just gonna dig with your bare hands, dude? The small metal box is fastened by bolts. I can't open the lid. Maybe I can use this. I use the wrench. I got the old bronze key. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. And then I turn left. Soldiering on, James. Okay. And now it's just a straight shot to the Historical Society. Oh, wow. They're so fucking creepy. I've done a great job at avoiding them, and it's not difficult to do so. They're just not fun to look at, I'm telling you. Straight shot. Nope, looks like we've left town. What's this? Silent Hill Historical Society. There's the sign. Almost there. A bunch of nurses, a bunch of mannequins all over. And the Lakeside Amusement Park. Oh, man. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't go to the Lakeside Amusement Park in this game, but I think you do in 1, and you definitely go there in 3. That place is also mega creepy. Quiet cocktails. Okay, here we are. Here's kind of the dock. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, come on. Please don't hit me. Okay, I shouldn't have. Okay, here we go. I shouldn't have avoided that, but I super did. I used the old bronze key. Okay, here we are. Let's just save real quick. Uh-huh. Okay. Looks like something or someone just busted through. Looks like the lock is broken. Can't open it. Okay, well, I can go through there. Let me just look at this place. I just have the town map, but photos hanging there. Wiltsey coal mine. No description. Something else. Misty day, remains of the judgment. It's him. That's little. There probably used to be a painting here, only the explanation remains. Waterfront landscape. Alan Smith, date of birth and death unknown. Oh, there was something else. A scene of this area from long ago. From the style, it looks like it was done sometime around 1820. Anything of note in here? There's nothing of particular interest inside the case. Nothing. Pyramid Head. Who and what are you? Alright, looks like it's going to be the same thing for this case. There's nothing useful written on them. There's nothing particularly special about this photograph. Photo is hanging here. Brookhaven Hospital, 1880. That's an old hospital, man. This hospital was built in response to a great plague that followed a wave of immigration to this area. It was originally little more than a shack, but it gradually grew and grew. Wow. Who are you? Photo of director of the old Brookhaven Hospital. It looks like he was a famous person in town, but we don't get a name though. What is this? There is a photo of a deep, deep hole. What could this be? It looks like it doesn't belong. And speaking of things that doesn't belong, yeah. Got an obsidian goblet. I didn't 100% mean to grab this, but yeah, an ancient looking goblet carved from pure obsidian. Found it in the old museum. Let's examine it. A snake is carved into its stem. This is an item for a special ending that we're not going to get. I'm pretty sure I already missed one or two other items required for this ending, so we're not going to get this ending yet. Okay. This might make you think of something similar in Mario 64, if you know what I'm talking about. But unlike that game, this one just goes. It just goes on and on. So far down. But there is an end point. And if you look up, I actually don't know if you can look up. It will not let me. But that was over a minute, right, guys? Like, I didn't time it, but We're deep. We're already kind of deep. There's a document here, September 11th, 1820. Prisoner number C221. I can't read the rest. What is this? Okay, it's the same document. Okay. Huh. First aid kit. Anything else? Nothing. Okay. We're in an enclosed space, so gonna need to unalive you guys. I'm so sorry. Especially because I don't have a fucking map to this area. So I've been meaning to tell a story here. Um, I didn't know if I could ever just let it happen naturally, but I really it's been burning a hole through my mind. Just how much I wanted to tell you the story, but um, when I still lived in the city where I went to school, um, the first summer I spent there. Oh God, the sound is so horrible. The first summer I spent there alone by myself. Like I subletted an apartment there. I paid rent. It was kind of my first experience just living by myself with not even like school housing because I did still live in the dorms and I still lived in the dorms the school year after that. Um, there was um, there was a job opportunity that I took um, because I was just strapped for cash and I really needed to make some money any way I could. Like I applied to anything. Um, I applied for this canvassing position, and I don't know if you know what canvassing is, but it's basically either you are stationed in some point around town and you stop people to ask them about um, like things going on. It could be like political canvassing, it could be like environmental canvassing, which goes into like politics and everything. Usually it's political, and it's to spread awareness about something going on and raising money for it. Now, just a bit of a tangent. Fuck canvassing. Really, fuck that line of work. It's exploitative and like it is so thankless from the organizations themselves that you work for because you have to work under a certain quota. So if you don't get money from people who you are talking to randomly, then that goes towards your standing in the company. That goes to your whether or not you continue to work there another day. Um, and just on the public interaction sort of thing is just so awful because everyone is just always antagonistic towards canvassers. Um, I've been called names. I've been yelled at. I've been just straight up like I'm not talking to you by so many people, and so many people can just be so mean. The best human beings can show their dark side if they are approached by a canvasser. It has been my experience. It doesn't matter how good of a parent, sibling, coworker, friend, partner you are, you're still capable of just being the worst kind of stranger to someone who's just doing their job. And I really do implore everyone to please be nice to canvassers. They work so hard for so little, and they get spat on so often. Anyway, anyway, I worked for this like environmental canvassing thing. It was like a Save the Bees thing. Um, but instead of being like a city canvasser where I just sort of shack up in one location, usually it's a street corner and I stop people who are passing by. I go to neighborhood, like suburban, sometimes even rural. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. Uh, and we would go block after block, just knocking on doors, door to door, asking people for money. And we went to like the most rural parts, full of just the oldest, most bitter people who, granted, I mean, anyone would be annoyed if someone just sort of knocked on their doors and just asked them for money. But couple that with the fact that a lot of these people didn't believe in climate change. A lot of these people don't care and don't care to know about what's been going on. Um, Most of the time, I would get nothing. I just didn't make quota most of the time. Um, I don't. This isn't a self-deprecating thing, but I'm not exactly pretty by conventional standards. I'll just say that. Um, so that I feel like that definitely had something to do with that too. But I digress. Um, Let me tell you, after all of this setup, let me tell you about my last day working there. A story I like to title Skull House. Now, my last day there, I was canvassing this rural neighborhood to the point where the last few houses, that last stretch of road, was completely covered in trees, save for dirt trails leading to these houses. Now, the last house I ever encountered was completely covered in trees, except for like that one trail that leads to like the door. So I want you to imagine something. I want you to imagine a house surrounded by trees. It is a one-story, kind of boxy house. Plants just growing on the side of it, not very well maintained. I would say kind of dingy too. This house was like in the shape of a box, kind of square, one story, so like it didn't reach that high, you know. But there was no front door. The door was on the side of the house. Now, to get to that door, though, there was a trail, a designated trail, where you would have to get to the right side of the house, at least right side relative to if you're walking to the direction of the house. The trail would then extend immediately to the side of the house, so as you walk towards the door, you walk with the wall of the house to your left. So I'm walking, going straight to the door, and I turn left as I'm walking, and I see the windows. The windows are cracked, kind of dirty, you know, it's not very well maintained, even from the outside. I'm not gonna judge, if someone's home looks like that. You do what you can and you do things within your ability. That's shelter. But the strangest thing were there were skulls lining the window pane on the inside, and I could see it. I could see them, and it's a series of skulls, like they're all in an array. I couldn't tell you if they were real or not. Or rather, I really hope they are fake, but I don't have the knowledge to say that they are. A lot of them were cracked. mostly along like the top skull area, like the cranial area, and they were of varying sizes, and the ones that were cracked along the top just had that hollow area. And sometimes if they had that, they were stacked on each other, like a skull stacked on top of another one. And if it, this was already super weirding me out, but I was still walking toward the door. Now I get to the door, and I see that it's open, but the screen door is closed. But I couldn't really tell that there was a screen door because it was torn, just kind of all over the place. It was still intact, but the actual screen portion was just riddled with holes of varying sizes. I don't knock. I instead look inside a little bit, try to catch a glimpse. And I see that the door leads directly into the kitchen area. Now, all I see inside the kitchen, aside from the lighting, I notice that there are lights on. But the lighting was yellowy. It was definitely like a yellowish, dirty tint, as if the light bulbs were stained with something, and the light was kind of just filtering through. On top of that, it was really dim, like as if the light bulbs were like about to give out, or as if there was just very little power going through them. I see the sink, which is full of just filthy, just blackened, not just like black, blackened by grime and whatever, dishes just stacked on the sink. And there was a small table, like a dining table, and that too was just stacked with like dirty dishes. And I could see that there's like clouds of flies just doing their thing, flying around in there. And I put all the pieces together in my head. The skulls, the lights being on, the door being open. And I turn around and I got the hell out of there. I 180, turned around, speed walked away from that door, and I made it back to the road where it is bright daylight. I am out in the open, and only until I made it back to my group did I feel completely safe. That was my last day at work. I made no money, and I will never do canvassing ever again. That's the story of Skullhouse. Thank you so much for listening. I feel like I took enough of your time as it is. I think I'm going to call this episode right here. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me, and I'm really excited to keep going now that this series is watchable. There might be some dropped frames here and there, but we work with what we've got. Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys.